Check. All right, it's that special time. All customer service people are here for the right person. Spin the wheel a while. So we'll pull a number. And then when you come down, please give your name and the office you're on, so we're all partnering in a positive way. 91. Who's got 91? Who's got 91?
Janet Rotar from Port Washington.
All right, let's win it, Janet. Spin it to win it, right? Ooh. All right, next one. 76, great year, 1976. Great. 78.
Lori Yankee from Port Washington.
All right, next number, 82. Check it out.
Oh my God, it is Aaron.
There's Aaron. All right, we'll wait for Aaron to come in. We'll get another one. 141.
No.
141. She's a team player. 141. Well, good. That's okay. Could be one extra. It's all right. All right. 102. What areas?
Kelly Keller from Port Washington in the commercial line.
Come on, big money. Look at how the shades stones. Let's go. Hey. Last time I asked you a question, Angie. Is that tax-free or tax deductible? I don't know. The IRS might be auditing you. All right, 146. That's what you call a team effort. Office and in the area you work.
Jen Dash from Green Bay and Employee Benefits.
Come on in, Aaron. You're up.
Guess what?
Your number was pulled. It's like your bingo card getting punched, right? That's all right. Your name and your name and where you're from.
Erin McCann, Green Bay office. I'm an account executive for Employee Benefits.
All right. part of aging that I'm sitting in the back of the room and I can't actually see the numbers. I only know how well somebody did by the volume. And judging from the enthusiastic young lady in the back, a lot of people did real well. I just love your energy so much. You just get a DVD just for being you. She gets a coupon or something. Oh, that's awesome. Well, we're going to talk about the serve method a little bit and surprising your customer with excellence. The first step in becoming a customer service expert is knowing where your money comes from. Not everybody knows that, do they? When we get, my wife and I have a little saying to one another. When we get poor customer service, we're out. Say we get going to the dry cleaners or whatever, going to the drive-through, we get poor customer service. We kind of look at one another and smile and say, that person doesn't know where their money's coming from. Y'all ever met anybody like that? It's a weird kind of thing. You'd think that people would know that. Now, I will say that during my presentation, during this portion of my presentation, I mentioned by name companies that have done great jobs customer service. But when I mention a customer with whom I have had a poor experience, what I do is I disguise the name of that company so as not to use my position as a public speaker to somehow get even with that company, to just somehow unfairly try to get revenge on them for treating me so poorly. So, quick example, I needed to rent a car a few months ago, so I went to the Smudget Rental Car in my area. So you have no idea who I'm talking about, do you? That's a complete mystery. Smudget Rental Car at 120 Pike Street in Lawrenceville, Georgia. That's all I'm saying. And I went up to the desk and I spoke to Chris, actual name, Smudget Rental Car at 120 Pike Street in Lawrenceville, Georgia. I'm not still mad. I'm over it. And I talked to Chris and I spent the next 2 hours of my life trying to get the car that I had reserved, that I thought I had reserved online for a specific need my family had. And I found out after much arguing and talking to Chris that there's a big chasm between what their website said you were getting and what their system said you were getting. And Chris just wasn't feeling it. He was like the guy at the telephone company I was telling you about a little while, the customer non-service representative, and he just wasn't getting it. And after a while, I got to tell you, I'm so passionate about this customer service thing, I kind of, getting the right car almost became a secondary issue with me, and I started working on trying to make a customer service convert out of Chris. I was going, Chris, you got to understand this, dude. This thing right here that we're doing, this is about your life. This is about your career. This is about your money. This is about you making money here. And he said, and I quote, the customer doesn't pay my paycheck. I said, Chris, can I just get your picture? I collect pictures of stupid. Would you just mind? Some people don't get it, but I want to do a demonstration. I see some purses underneath the thing. I want to borrow, I don't have my wallet with me, I want to borrow $1 real quick. I want you to hold up. One of you ladies, if you would, be so kind, reach into your purse, hold up $1. I know you have $1. Don't act like that. Oh, seriously, Charles, I don't have any money. But look, hold it up, right there. Here's how you can tell who the customer is. This is something you can remember for the rest of your life. Hold that up high above your head. Y'all see that? Everybody see that dollar? Everybody know what that is? That is a dollar. That is what? Money. That's money. Here's how you can tell. When somebody is giving you their money throughout the course of the day, if there is a transaction that the money is coming your way, that is your customer. Now, let's widen that a little bit. If that dollar passes through the hand, every hand that passes through, human resources, accounting, accounts payable, every hand that passes through on the way to yours is your customer. That means when somebody comes up and says, oh, we're having a problem with so-and-so, and you just got a call from your customer. That person you're working with, that's your customer. They're depending on you too to make the whole engine move forward. So again, when somebody is handing you their money, when you are getting with somebody, if you are handing me your money, you are my customer. Y'all get that? Now that is the end of that demonstration. I'd like to do another one. Does anybody have $20? Do that to you. But again, not everybody gets that, but it's so neat when people do. I guess this was two, 3 months ago, my kids, again, they're 9 and 11, they wanted to go to IHOP. We said, where should we go? Let's go to IHOP. They like that Rudy Jr., y'all know the Rudy Jr. breakfast, and it sounds like all we do is just go to breakfast places, doesn't it? But they wanted to go to IHOP, and I was like, yeah, I don't know, I'm not really in the mood. But my wife is a coupon queen. Do we have any coupon clipping queens in here? Just you love the coupon? My wife's like that. She loves coupons, and she pulled out like this newspaper-sized sheet of paper. You know what I'm talking about? It's like a size of a newspaper sheet. Imagine this times 4. And she goes, I have a coupon, we're going to IHOP. That settles it, we're in the car, we're going to IHOP. So we get to IHOP, we're seated by the hostess, and we sit down, and my wife immediately turns to me and says, when the server comes over, you need to give her these, show her that we have coupons. I go, I don't want to do that. That's uncomfortable for me. She goes, no, you have to. I said, why does it have to? She goes, because it says right there that to use this, you must immediately present this to your server. And I go, well, what happens if I don't? She thinks like stormtroopers coming out of the ice. I don't know what she thinks. But I'm going, I don't want to do it. I'd just rather spend the money. Honestly, it's just, I don't want to do it. So she starts, I'm not kidding about this, as our waitress comes over, my wife just bypasses Charles, she doesn't listen to it, she bypasses Charles, and starts waving the coupon, getting attention from now people at other tables are starting to look at us. They're going, oh, look at that, poor people came out for a bite. And so the waitress came over and said, hello, my name is Tina, I'll be your server today. And my wife said, I have some coupons. Tina said, oh, can I see that for a second? Tina starts reading the coupon sheet, this big. She starts taking a look at it. She's reading it very, very carefully. What do you think Tina is looking for? That's exactly what I thought. You know why? Because I've been trained to expect poor customer service. Right? She's going to get me. That's why I don't want to even show the coupon, because they're going to get you. They're going to, oh, well, I'm sorry. This expired at 8 o'clock this morning. It's 8:05. I'm sorry. But she doesn't do that. She goes, oh, now were you going to use this one right here now? You know you can use this one over here for the kids. Hello, Tina is saving me money now. Now Tina has my attention. I go, this is, I pull out my mortgage. I said, Tina, see if you see anything in there. I mentioned a little while ago, if you remember one thing, say today, remember, I don't know, but I'll find out for you. Also remember this. This is just a life lesson that you need to know. If you want to win a customer, and remember, who's your customer? Well, it could be the person standing right next to or sitting right next to you. It could be your husband. It could be your kid. It could be somebody at the grocery store. If you want to win, or it could be your literal customer that you're interacting with. If you want to win your customer and have him, if you can find a way within the first moments of interaction, whether that's 30 seconds or 3 hours or whatever it is in your time frame, the first moments of interaction, you can save them time, trouble, or money. Time, effort, or money. If you can somehow get on this side of the table with them and look at it from their perspective, save them time, money, or effort, you will own them. Now, I feel like I have to give a disclaimer here. I don't mean it's some manipulative process, you know, I mean genuinely doing that. People are basically phlegmatic in their buying. Once they find a pretty good service, I feel like they give the value they don't have. Most people don't have time, don't have the inclination to keep on looking and looking, especially if I've already found somebody good I'm working with. If I call Lee and I know she's going to take care of it, then I'm gonna go to Lee. If you can do that, man, if you can surprise somebody, if you can just, and unfortunately, I say unfortunately, there's two ways to look at it, glass half full or half empty. Customer service is taking a dive these days. Trends are going down. But that's good news for you, because that means that people who are experts shine, like James O'Neill. You know, and all of a sudden, 30 years later, I'm talking about James O'Neill in a presentation, just because of how he behaved. Somebody's talking about you out in the community. So here's the cool thing about the whole IHOP, the International House of Pancakes story. When, after a couple of weeks, we had a great experience. Oh, let me take you back to the restaurant. Here's one thing you need to know. One thing that Tina did at that moment is she created instantaneous trust with me. Because why? Because she said she saved me some money. And all of a sudden, I'm going, oh, I relaxed. I don't even remember making the decision, but partially relaxed, and I went, oh, Tina's got my back. She's okay. Part of me said, oh, she's okay. She's not trying to pay the bill. She's not trying to upsell me. So when she did have a suggestion later on about dessert or whatever, I listened. Because I feel like Tina's got my back. Y'all feel it? Y'all know what I'm talking about? I feel like I trust her now. Just because she had my back within the first 30 seconds, first interaction. So when we wanted to go back, when the kids, a couple of weeks, the kids said, oh, Dad, let's go back to IHOP. This time I didn't object. This time I said, all right, let's go. We went to the same IHOP, and when we went in, guess who we asked to be our server? No, James O'Neill, because can't be James. But Tina was our second choice. So, surprising your customer. Let's talk about how to do that. I suggest that you learn to evaluate your customer's needs. Evaluating or listening or responding. Listen, the next 2 or 3 points are going to kind of intermingle, especially because we're hurting on time a little bit. But listening, evaluating, and then responding and validating, they go hand in hand. Let's talk about evaluating. By evaluating, I just mean listening, taking time to really hear what the person's saying. Remember the guy I was talking to you about on the plane that said, oh, I'm in healthcare, we don't have any need for that? That really happened. Have you experienced bad customer service in healthcare before? Raise your hand if you've received bad customer service. You remember specific times, don't you? I was in an accident, I want to say it was 1987, car accident. Just driving through an intersection, somebody, bam, T-boned me right there. And I broke 4 ribs right here. And I separated this clavicle, this AC joint there, and my entire arm was lacerated. It was just hamburger. And I remember somebody running over the car saying, are you all right? Something hit me. This 10 seconds after the car accident. I said, no, I'm not all right. I knew something was desperately wrong. They lifted me out of the car and they laid me down. And from the time I got laid down on the ground, I started thinking about one thing and one thing only: pain relief. Isn't that right? Now, can I give you a little disclaimer? I am anti-drug. I don't think, you got to say that these days. I don't think, I'm not for drugs. Not at all. However, drugs have a purpose in this world. And when you are injured or sick, go for it. Have at it. That's my personal perspective. Some people don't think that, but I'm saying not only have at it, but enjoy yourself while you're there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's tightly regulated, and they're not going to let you get too much, and Lord knows it's just everything I can do to get, if I have a backache, to get a Lortab or something for the doctor. They're very strict about. Do I just look like an aspiring drug addict or what? I mean, but I'm laying there and I'm thinking, oh, somebody give me something for the pain. So the ambulance comes and they can't do anything. They take me to they take me to ER. Guess what? You don't get anything in ER. Not for pain, not until they find out what's wrong with you. The pain's all they have to go on. So I said, can I have something for pain? No, I'm sorry. We gotta do our test. And finally, after serious time, after 2 hours or 3 hours, I'm in my room. They take me to my room. They give me something good. Give me the IV stuff. And all I want to do is lay there and rest and enjoy my drugs. You didn't expect that from your motivational speaker, did you? But you know what I mean. And contextually, I just wanted to rest and not hurt for a little while. If I say the term Nurse Ratched, does anybody know? Everybody know that contextual, that term Nurse Ratched comes in. And this, I don't mean to be gratuitous with this. This is just, you know, I have kids, and I'm just used to life. You're used to speaking in terms like this. I hope this doesn't offend anybody. But I'm laying there without saying a word to me. Nurse Ratched comes over and starts pressing on me right here. Pressing on me, going like this. And I'm going, hi, my name's Charles. Because I'm not used to people. Maybe that's how they say hello in the hospital. I don't know. She starts pressing on me, and she's going, she's speaking to a woman out in the house going, has this patient voided his bladder? Has this patient voided his bladder? I'm going, you know, she's pressing on me. She goes, I think he needs to void his bladder. Still, I'm right there. She could have said, sir, you know, and I think I can pick up on the terminology. I'm not medical, but I think I can see where that question's going. And then she calls somebody in. Carol, come in here. So Carol comes in, not kidding about this, and now both of them are standing on the other side of me. I think he really needs to. I think he does. And then finally, sir, have you voided your bladder? And I was like, you know what? I'm good. Thank you for asking, though, but I'm fine. Can I just turn up that drip a little bit, and I'll be all right. And then they, honest to goodness, to call in an orderly too. Now, man, 2 women, they're standing there consulting with each other about whether I need to void my bladder. Then they didn't ask me until later, much later in the conversation. I'm going, you know, and I said, no, I don't want to, you know, sir, if you don't void your bladder, we're going to have to cap you. I said, well, now you, what is cap? What does that mean? You did, all right, too, right? You got. You know what? It's just hit me. I think I need to void my bladder. I think. But all of us have gotten that. I don't mean to be graphic about it, but you've gotten that. Some way, sometime, you've got this person who just doesn't even see you as a person. They're just looking at a problem. You're the next problem on their page. They're, okay, got them, check them on. That is a classic example of not listening. I think listening when we care, when we have attached a value, is an easy thing to do. I've talked about married folks here. When you were dating married folks, you evaluated, right? You listened, you paid attention to what that other person was saying that you're dating. Do we have? I don't mean to make this just about married people. Do we have any single people in here today? Any single people at all? 1, 2, just like how many? Just raise your hand. I always thought that if everybody single raised your hand at one time, you wouldn't be single anymore. That everybody would know that you're available. So nobody's single back there. One guy back there, okay? One guy back there. One right there. So can you step up here just for a second? You know me, I'm not going to embarrass anybody. You don't need that. Come on over here. This good looking man is, what's your name, sir?
Jonathan.
Jonathan! Give Jonathan a hand. Now, you know, can I borrow you a second there? You're Dave, come around here for just a second. All right. So because we're talking about listening and evaluating. Because and my point here is you can never assume what the customer wants. Just because the last 10 customers wanted, that doesn't mean that your new customer is going to want the same thing. You have to listen to them. So we have Jonathan and David here, right? So you know what? If we look at Jonathan, And this is my customer right here. She's single leg right here, and not to create it awkward, but hey, it's a little fun, isn't it? So we, you know, here I have two models from which you may choose, Frankie. And I got your iPhone 5 right here. iPhone 5 right here. You know, he's got all the bells and whistles. He can get online. You can search anything. You can do anything you want. Now, mind you, there are a few bugs we're still working on. Okay. Why there's still bugs? This model, you might want a flip phone. You know what I'm saying? You might want my standard model. Now let me tell you, my flip phone has been selling for many years. And we stand by this product right here. We stand by this product. You cannot, I think these two guys just won books. Do y'all think that? The young ones have a seat. See, that was all the pain I wanted. My point is, you don't know. You don't know what your customer wants until you speak to them, until you hear them. I've never spoken to Frankie, but and I'm not going to now. Don't worry. But you don't know. You don't know what somebody's looking for in a product. You don't know until you talk to them. Now you have suggestions. You're a trained professional. You have suggestions. You have ideas. See, when James was walking the person into the door, he met you and he said, "Hey, boss," and he called people boss. I love that. Right off the bat, kind of established who was what. "Hey, boss, how you doing?" He walked them into the store and he said, "Well, where do you work?" And they said, "Well, I work over so and so." "Oh, really? Do y'all have to dress up there a lot?" "Oh, we sometimes do da 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 da." And he said, "Well, what are you here for today?" And he listened to them all the way. So by the time they got on into the men's department, well, James has some suggestions. "Well, look what I have for you here." "Well, you know what? I heard the problem you called me with. Have you thought about so and so? Have you? Here's a thought. See, you don't know what the patient wants until you do an examination. I have a pretty consistent health problem by the name of kidney stones. Has anybody in here ever had a kidney stone? How many have you had? 2. Would you ever repeat that process? Do I? Are you really? What do you got? Have you looked in there? Have you got? Let me show you a little something here. Watch this right here. I'm about to blow your mind. 2 weeks ago, I found out that, well, about a month ago, I found out that I had one, and it's right there. It's a beauty there. That's my baby. It's right there. See, that is about a centimeter right there. You see it? That's a centimeter that way, about 12 centimeters, or not 12 centimeters, 12 millimeters that way. And it's a painful thing, isn't it? And I had to have lithotripsy, and I still have most of that stone in here right now. So it's a painful, painful thing. But water's ready. You see me drinking this water. Has anybody else had kidney stones in here? How many kidney stones have you had?
I've had 5.
You've had 5? Why? You have surgery? You have 2 lithotripsy?
One.
You think about it.
One and one other surgery.
Oh, yeah. Other surgery. I like that. Yeah, one other surgery. How about you? You had 3? It's just a horrible thing. Now, I probably had somewhere, I estimate between 20 and 30, 27, 25, 26, somewhere. Little ones, big ones. I've had the 3rd lithotripsy I've had other surgeries a few times. But I went to the urologist for years without a doctor ever asking me, "Hey, what is your lifestyle like?"